Good morning and welcome back. So today is kind of a bummer for me. So we sold to Zakk Wylde last night. This is my first honest to goodness Zakk Wylde Gibson custom shop Les Paul number 218. Bought this just a couple weeks ago and stuck it up on reverb, and it went a lot faster than I thought it would. So I'm a little bummed out about that. It was really nice having Zakk Wylde and Buckethead hanging right there next to each other. My two favorite guitar players and my two favorite guitars. So you guys are probably wondering, well, why'd you sell it? Because I can't play them. So I enjoy buying, selling, trading, collecting. Eventually I will learn how to play though, because I've had some really nice guitars and I'll continue to have more nice guitars. They'll come and go. So today is a sad day for me though. This is just an absolute beautiful condition. Whoever bought it is going to be extremely happy with this, especially with the low production number of 218. Just super immaculate. We went over this a couple times in other videos, talking about the little bit of finish checks here and there, but again, they're all in places that are just absolutely normal, and it's going to happen on any Gibson. But yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. And like I pointed out in the one video, this is the only flaw right here that actually stands out, and you can see, you still have to kind of look for it, but excuse me, yeah, it's just a beautiful guitar. 3-piece neck, mahogany body, maple cap. Of course, you can't see none of that because it's painted with this crazy bullseye, but when I got it, if you guys look at my unboxing video, I pretty much got it just like this, empty box with 3 pieces of paper shoved in it. So we are going to do what I always do, and that's go above and beyond on the packing. Because I think the title of my video was, I hope it's worth 10 grand. And it turned out it was. Somehow it made it here safely without any packing material, hardly at all in there. Not enough to do anything. It didn't even take up any space in there. So for everybody that wants to know how to properly pack a guitar before it leaves, especially when you're selling one this expensive, that's what we're about to do right now. So I will get a little bag to put all this stuff in so it stays secure. I think they're down here in this one. Yep. Alright. A little bag for the switch tip. Where did I put them all? This isn't all of them. I'll make this one work. All right. So, little baggie here. Switch tip. Always take these off, because not only can it crack the original switch tip that matches the guitar usually because it's aged. Plastic don't age too much, but it does age. If it gets hit there, you can break the 3-way switch as well as cracking the switch tip. And this little bag thing we just toss back in there. But what I wanted to do, and when I got it, this was flopping around loose in the case, so it fell out of the pocket. So I always like to try to put all this loose stuff in a bag. That way, if this comes open for any reason whatsoever, the stuff stays in the compartment. But I usually end up putting a little bit of foam and stuff in here too, which is what we'll do here next. If I can find which bag it's in. All right. So the next thing you want to do is detune it. You don't have to do it to where the strings are really super sloppy. I've already detuned it a little bit, but I'm going to do it some more. So they have tension, but there's not a whole lot. I think I'm going the wrong way on that one. Yeah, I always go the wrong way at first on that side. Okay, so now it's detuned. So if it takes a good bump or a rack, the strings aren't pulling on the neck, and it has a less chance of breaking at the heel or at the headstock. So always make sure you detune your strings, take your switch tip off. Sometimes it's even worth taking off the bottom strap off in case it gets a hit. We're going to put some foam and stuff in this one, but the other thing that I like to do too is this closed cell foam here. If you take a strip of it, it usually rips pretty easy. Oop, sorry about that. I like to stick this in between the strings, because what this does, if for some reason something bumps the box, it's not going to smash the strings into the frets and dent them. If I can get it to come through. All right, good enough. So this one's a little thinner than this one. And it tears really easy. But I like to lay this in the case. And this will also help protect it from anything in the compartment that may come out and get it. So it gives you just a little extra padding in there. Sometimes you got to rip some of it off, which I probably won't have to on this one. No. And as long as the case closes without having to jam it down real hard, we're good. All right. Now I forgot to put the COA in there, so I better go back and do that. All right. That's probably why most of those get lost, because they're so big. Let's see, I'll just steal this vanilla folder here. What are you guys' deal? Every time I start recording, they start acting up. Stop! You stay down there for a minute. All right, COA. I gotta get this underneath of there so it lays flat. You ready to come back up? You guys are so disruptive. Okay, so when I bought this, and you guys seen when I showed you my unboxing, this is the only real damage on the case. But this case would still pull a premium of $500 or $600. So another thing that I like to do, nobody else shows me the courtesy of it, is put a bag over the case, because that will keep it from getting chafed or marked or anything like that moving around in the box. So I always try to get a bag of some sort over the case. Make sure it's all latched still. Throw a piece of eBay tape on here, and then I'll hold that on there. Now the next thing I'd like to do, which the last person did not do as well, is I like to take some bubble wrap and make a nice butt cushion for it to go down in the bottom. And then I take one more piece like this. And I might as well just put a piece of tape on it now so don't move around on me. Now we got some protection on the butt of it as well, along with the extra padding in the bottom. That way, if it gets set down hard, it's bouncing on like 4 or 5 layers of bubble wrap, not the case in the strap lock like it showed up for me. Like I said, I don't know how it made it here without any further damage than it had. So now my next thing here, I just like to take lots of brown paper to keep it centered. You guys are used to this. I don't know why you're giving me so much trouble today. All right, almost done. More bubble wrap. Fold it in half. I like to get it around the headstock. For a nice bubble top, just in case something bumps it on the top too. Overpacked it. That's better than underpacked. All right. And of course, I hate this eBay tape. I really do. It sticks good, but it sticks to itself really easy. So it is sad to see this go, especially so quickly. I've only owned it a couple weeks. And I went to go buy another one today. They had one with a broken headstock for 4,600 bucks, and I was gonna grab that just so I didn't go without one. But it had already sold. I knew it wouldn't last long, even with the broken headstock. one of these is worth $5 all day. It was repaired, obviously, but I know my boxing videos are probably pretty boring, but I do this for the protection of the customer and me. That way, if anything goes wrong, they can see how it was packed and handled and that kind of stuff for insurance purposes. So unfortunately, this is just something I have to do. And eventually I'll learn how to edit better and just make this go real fast. But until then, this is what you guys get. You get to watch this or change to another channel. Oh, let's see here. I guess I'll go this way this time. I always go way nutty fruitcake with the tape too, because I'd rather it show up unopened. Because a lot of the times tape can start to peel off, and I'd just rather not have to deal with that. So I go overboard with the tape in every direction. I think that should do it. And do one more in the middle here. And then call me crazy, but I always retape the bottoms. The guy bought it on Reverb and he's getting eBay tape. He's probably gonna go, I thought I bought that on Reverb. You did, but I've got 9 million rolls of eBay tape, so. All right, now last but not least, especially on an expensive guitar like this, it's over 10 grand, fragiles. Even though the barks is marked fragile, and they've got like 4 or 5 little red stickers on here from previous shipping, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this up high on one side. And I'll put it a little lower on the other side with the shipping label right above it. And I don't know if this actually helps or not. It may antagonize somebody in shipping to throw it, or it may make them think, you know, I should probably be nice to this customer's package. I wouldn't want mine all busted up, because I know how they ship stuff. All right. So the other one, I guess I'll put over all these other shipping labels. And then I'll put my shipping label up here at the very, very top. Maybe I'll center it a little more. All right, so where is this thing going? It's going to Oregon. So, farewell to Zakk Wylde. It's going to Oregon now. Sucks to see it go, but that's what I do. Buy, sell, trade. So there it goes. We'll get another one now. Just like my 76. I went through all the trouble to get a 1976 Black Beauty Custom because I was born in 76. What I do, I traded it off for a Les Paul ES. So yeah, they come and go. We'll find other ones. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry that this was a boring video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up, and there's a lot of videos that aren't even edited yet. So keep your eyes open, and thank you. Good morning and welcome back. So today I learned a couple things. Which one do I want to start with? How about let's start with boxing something up and then having to unbox it. So we just did a boxing video, the Zakk Wylde Gibson Les Paul. And then I realized I left the 9-volt battery in this friggin' pot cavity because this has active pickups in it. So I'm like, oh crap. So I have to unbox this to get the 9-volt out. Put it in the bag, then the little compartment in the case, and then repack it all back up. So I will save you the crunching and just tell you the other thing I learned. So when I went to print a shipping label on this through Reverb, they have a start and a cutoff limit of how much they will insure. So I was not able to buy Reverb safe shipping on this because the purchase price was above their cutoff. So I have to go to UPS and now pay the full price for the shipping label, because you do get discount, you know, through Reverb on your shipping a little bit. And then I'm going to have to buy my insurance through UPS. So take that in consideration when you're selling a high-end guitar, that you're going to not pay the Reverb shipping, but you're under the mercy of UPS or FedEx or wherever it is that you're taking it for insurance and the shipping cost. And then I know, like, I don't go to the USPS hardly ever unless I'm like sending an Epiphone out, but they won't insure over $5,000, I think it is, on USPS. So, but I usually try to go with a bigger carrier anyhow. So anyhow, if you guys don't want to watch, now's a good time to go ahead and just click off, because I'm just basically going to unbox this, pull that 9-volt out, and repack it. So maybe I'll just stop the video now, get it to the point where I'm taking it out, and we'll just do the reboxing. So you guys can see I'm opening it again just to get the battery out. So we'll splice this video, save you guys a whole bunch of me tearing in this stuff. Good afternoon now and welcome back. So we're back at square one just about. Well, we just did a boxing video on this Zakk Wylde Les Paul Custom, and I forgot to take the 9-volt battery out of it. So we're gonna go ahead and zip that out real quick and then rebox it. so I can get it to the new owner in Oregon. I gotta tell you, I'm already missing it and missing seeing it there on the rack next to Buckethead. This sold a lot faster than I thought it would. But hey, that's just how it goes. I was hoping to hang on to it for a little while. My wife is really happy that I've sold it. She doesn't like when I buy them, but she likes when I sell them. She's one of those wives. She's fully supportive of selling, just not the buying. But she does support me in that. So anyways, now that I got that apart, I'm gonna take this stupid thing off. There we go. So this is a brand spanking new Energizer Max. Kevin plugged it in and tried it out for about 2-3 minutes. So that's all that's on this battery. We are going to put that in here. It's got a little Ziploc on it. And then I'm gonna stick that in the bag with truss rod wrench, the case key, the 3-way switch tip, and the locking strap locks. I almost hate to put the battery cover back on because it'd be in and out, in and out. I had to take the battery out though, because in shipping, if it shorts out or something in here, it can catch fire. At least in there, it doesn't have anything. It's not connected to nothing. So anyways, if the owner is watching, what I did after I plugged the battery in, I took this Puffs Plus and just kind of stuck it down in here like that. That way the metal part of the battery wouldn't arc out or cross anything here on the pots, because this is all point-to-point wired one. This is pre-EMG plug-and-play stuff, so this is one of the really early models. Now on the pickups, if you look at my previous video, you'll see the pickups did indeed have the 3-pin plugs on them, but yeah, this is the way they used to do it before they came out with all the plug-and-play. So this is a really early model. And that was another nice thing about it. Plus it's got a super low serial number, number 218. This was a really good score. And it's quite obvious because I didn't have it long. I've only owned this a couple weeks now. Really sad I got to, or I have to let it go, but at least I got to own it for a minute and enjoy it. Too bad I can't play. I would definitely have played it. But when he gets it, he'll have to set the intonation and all that kind of stuff, because all I do is take them apart, clean them, and put them back together. Most people need to set them up the way they want to anyhow. When you put your back plates on, make sure you never torque them down. Just screw them down until they touch flush. You don't even have to put a lot of pressure on it. All it's doing is holding that in place. If you torque down on it, you're going to crack the back plate. And if you don't right then, it will over time, just because of the pressure on it. So really, you just want it to just stop when it hits it, or you will cause damage to that. So here's the Puffs Plus. I'm going to stick that in here so you can put it in there with the battery if the owner's watching. Now I need to reline that again with this foam. Let's go ahead and put the COA in. Now, last person that sent it to me, at least they sent it to me, but they dented it up. They stuck it in the case without the protection, but hey, it's here. These are usually lost and gone forever because they're so big. The newer ones come with the little books, different case, and this is the one I have. That's why I begged my wife for it. All right, now that we got that first part in there, I'll get it over here. Now it is detuned. We did that earlier. And we put the foam in between the strings here for strings not to dent the frets. And this, I just take the extra and I go put it right up around and under. That gives it just a little extra protection if it's jostled around in the case. It fits pretty tight around the body. It's just always nice to do that extra step. It's way more than what I got. Go look at my unboxing video of this. I'm so surprised this thing even survived. Had like 3 pieces of paper. I don't know. You have to go back and count. Literally 3 little pieces of paper. Grab the eBay tape again. Good old eBay tape. I'll have this stuff for years. I bought like 60 rolls or more of it a couple years ago. So I did not stick any tape on the case, just to the plastic bag. And again, just to reiterate, I do this so the case doesn't get any chafing on it or anything. If something's next to it rubbing for who knows how many thousands of miles or whatever. So if you guys watch part 1, which I think we'll just splice into the beginning of this one anyways, I already put 3 or 4 layers of bubble wrap. I took a piece and I folded it 3 or 4 times. So go back and look at that. It's got plenty of protection in the bottom of the box now. Really nice pillow down there. Probably can't see that, but it's there. All right. Now the last guy that sent it to me, there was nothing whatsoever in the box other than maybe that much paper right there. It was pretty sad. I'm so thankful it made it here safely. And I'm definitely gonna make sure it makes it to this guy safely. You gotta really pack stuff good. The way I look at it is, I'll ship it the way I would expect it after I spent my money on it. That's the best way to look at things. All right. A little bit of extra. Yeah. Getting ready to put bubble wrap in here too, but I I like extra cushy stuff around the headstock. Now this I like to get tucked down around the headstock. It's really sticky to itself, like cling wrap. There we go. And it's got a nice cushion on the top. Now I just got to tape all this back together for the last time. Yeah, I'm not used to sending guitars out that have 9-volt batteries in them, so I just stuck that in there when my friend Kevin was over the other day to try it out, and I completely forgot about it. It's definitely got plenty of tape on it. And I'm glad I didn't get my shipping label on there. So I learned my lesson there on that too. We'll see how much it costs with absolutely no discounts. I know it's going to cost more than what I charged, but nothing you can do about it. The guy paid, you just got to ship it. I bought a gold top ES off somebody, and they said it's going to cost a whole lot more to get it to you than it said. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you know, I only charge 65 to 120 bucks shipping depending on the value of the guitar. Other than that, you just got to eat it, or you can refund me. And he did the right thing and shipped it off to me, but it's just the way it goes. The only time that I've ever refunded anybody their money for their guitar because of shipping was the gold top to Malaysia. I went to go get the shipping label for that, and the cheapest was $700 to get it to this guy. He must have lived in the top of a bamboo tree in the center of the rainforest or something, because I can't believe $700. I've sent guitars to Switzerland and all kinds of places over in the EU, and it was only like 150, 200 bucks at max. When they said $700, I'm like, sorry, dude. I'm not gonna give you a gold top, because that's pretty much what it would have boiled down to. All right, now I gotta start getting some tape going the other direction. Yeah, don't forget to take your 9-volt out. Make sure your switch tip is off. Make sure it's detuned. Make sure all the stuff that's going with the guitar is in a bag in the compartment. That way, if the compartment comes open during shipping, the truss rod wrench isn't smacking around and gouging the front of the guitar. And I'd almost be willing to bet that's how this one got that one on the front, now that I think about it, because the truss rod wrench was loose. I told you that in one of the other videos that we've been doing on this. Or maybe it was this one, I don't know, I've lost track. So this guy's definitely gonna love it. This thing is just super immaculate clean. Absolute beautiful example. Really sad to see it go. But I will actually get something else. It'll be just as cool. I have to start hunting now. Got rid of one, gotta get one. We still gotta go pick up my Silverburst too. If anybody's still watching this, I have a Silverburst Les Paul Studio Deluxe. And it's not just like any Studio Deluxe. Most Studio Deluxes just have trapezoid inlays on the fretboard, like a standard. Mine actually has the full bound fretboard with the trapezoid inlays. If you go back to my previous videos and just look for 2018 Gibson Les Paul Silverburst, you'll see what it looked like brand new when I got it. And then we have done a whole lot of modifications to it since then, and we're waiting on to go pick it up from some very expensive modifications. So if you want, go check out those Silver Burst videos so you'll know what's coming up. And I think we're done with this. All I got to do is smack the shipping label on it. I've already got the fragile labels on it. It had a couple little ones. It says it on the box. Got another one here. I'll make sure my shipping label goes up here on the top. That way they're always setting it down the way they need to. So another thing I just thought about, if you go back to my unboxing video of this, I was standing down here. Nothing, right? On that one, it sounded like a box of rattling parts because there was nothing in the box other than a guitar and 3 pieces of paper. So that's how you pack a guitar. It's not supposed to jostle all around. End to end, both have to have plenty of impact. On the sides, you seen where I wrapped one up around the sides on the case before I slid it down in. Pack lots of forgiving material in and around it so it can't slide to one side or the other. Down here by the I don't know what you call it, the butt of the guitar. That way the case isn't sitting against one side or to the other. Just make sure it stays centered. Make sure you got plenty of protection in there. And make sure it doesn't wiggle around. So that's how you properly pack a guitar, especially one that you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on. You don't just throw it in a box and send it. So hope you guys learned something. And if you haven't and you're still watching, thank you. And like I said, stay tuned because we got a lot of projects that are coming up, and now that this is gone, I'm gonna have to buy something else. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.